Yo guys, what is going on? Today, as you guys can see by the title, I want to talk about the fact of whether there might be a new CSGO released sometime soon. And there's been a lot of rumors going around about this, especially since new games like Valorant have come out. And I just wanted to give you guys my opinion on this. Just a quick disclaimer, this video isn't going to actually have any release dates or definites from Valve saying that they're releasing another CSGO yet, but I do want to give you guys some information with factual evidence of what might happen here in the near future, and then also give you my opinion on why or why not certain things might happen. Now, real fast, I do just want to say only about 2.5% of you guys who watch my videos are actually subscribed. And as you guys can see, the not subscribed portion of people who watch my videos is really big. So if you guys do enjoy this video, make sure you guys smash that subscribe button. I don't normally ask for subs at the beginning of videos, but I figured I'd mention this and just show you guys this. It's pretty crazy how many of you guys are watching my videos right now, but I do want to say, if you guys are enjoying these videos and if you do want to see more, then make sure you guys smash that subscribe button. It would really help me out. But anyways, let's get right into it. So if you guys haven't heard already, especially with the fact that there have been a lot more players on CSGO lately since the whole coronavirus pandemic has started, a lot of people have been talking about the possible move of CSGO's current Source engine to the Source 2 engine, which would upgrade it to be a lot more like other modern games. But if that doesn't happen, the possibility of a brand new CSGO coming out. Now, for those of you who don't know, CSGO was released back in 2012, and a lot of people have been talking about a new game, especially this year, considering that it's almost at its 10-year anniversary. Now, like I was saying, and as we can also see here on this website, the number of players in CSGO has recently spiked. CSGO used to sit around 800,000 to maybe 600,000 players every month, but recently it has spiked all the way up to 1,300,000 players. Now keep in mind, these are all players that are online at the same time, basically the most amount of them. These aren't the total amount of players per month. So you guys can see that the amount of players who are actually currently playing CSGO has really significantly spiked. And this has pushed CSGO to be pretty high ranked up in Steam's game list, but also showing up a lot on other social media platforms, with more and more creators like myself making videos about it. Now, the reason why I'm actually noting how many people are playing the game right now is to point out the fact that with all these brand new players, Valve should really start considering making major improvements to the game that were never made before, maybe because there weren't actually that many people playing the game. Regardless of this, Valve has always made a lot of money off of CSGO, and now with this massive spike in players, it would be the perfect time to make some major upgrades or even possibly release a new game. Now, Valve has been releasing some updates into the game, almost consistently one every 2 weeks or so, but the updates that they're releasing are not very much the updates we want to see. They are helping some players in the instance that they're making the game more compatible for all users, whether you have a high-end PC or a low-end PC, by adjusting graphics, but they're also doing some things that really just aren't that important, like just changing small minor things on maps, maybe affecting a little bit about how some maps are played. For example, the door switch on Dust 2. While these are some big changes to the gameplay, these aren't the major changes that people are looking for. A lot of people like myself who have been playing the game for a little while now really want to see some updates like the switch from 64 tick servers to 128 tick servers to be made. A lot of us also, like I was saying, want to see the update to the Source 2 engine. If CSGO isn't going to release a new game anytime soon, which I'll get to my opinion on more in a minute, then they should really start considering major updates like this. Major things that need to be updated, like matchmaking ranking, which is actually a bit unfair still even after they made a major update to it a couple years back, along with the low tick servers and other big things that are affecting the playing experience of CSGO are really making this game go downhill, and as more people play it, it's also turning more people away from it. Now, most of everyone by now has probably heard of the game Valorant, which was just released by Riot Games. It's basically CSGO and Overwatch combined, but with all the major things that we want in CSGO, like the better Source 2 engine, 128 tick servers, better matchmaking, all that stuff is in Valorant, which is now causing a lot of CSGO players to be moving over to Valorant. Now, personally, I'm not going to be moving over anytime soon because I'm not a big fan of that style of game, but if Valve really is looking at keeping CSGO alive and making sure that they aren't going to lose a majority of their players over to Valorant, then they need to start making some of these major changes. Now, quickly talking about Source 2, I know a lot of people have been asking me whether this might be released into the game or not, and as I went and I did a little bit of research on it, I found that a couple months back, a Twitter user named Norse2021, who apparently has been helping the Steam community and CSGO community about what might happen in the future, started saying that in about 2 months, CSGO might actually see a Source 2 update. Now, this was released back in the end of March of 2020, and as we can see now, 2 months time would have been last month. At the time I'm making this, we are now almost all the way finished with June, and we still haven't seen this Source 2 update. Now, this guy has been right in the past, and he even wrote here, "It seems trustworthy because I heard it from reliable sources, but with Valve you can never be 100% confident of unofficial dates." And as we can now see, it still hasn't happened. We haven't seen Source 2 3.5 months later. So there is a major possibility it might come out, but unfortunately we haven't seen it yet. Now, checking out another tweet from this same guy, as you guys can see here, posted on February 3rd of 2020, he said that from the last Dota 2 update, there's actually hints of Source 2 code coming out for CSGO in the Dota 2 code. Now, I'm not exactly sure why this would be. To be honest, I don't really know anything about coding or game design, so maybe there's something connected between the two games, but somehow he found this hinting that Source 2 may be coming out soon for CSGO. Again, this is in February, it is now June at the time I'm making this video, and we still haven't seen it. If Source 2 does ever come out, that completely eliminates the idea of a new CSGO, and the reason for that being is the update to Source 2 is going to fix a lot of the major problems that we want to see in CSGO. It's going to give us the faster tick servers, and it's going to improve the quality of the gameplay a ton. It's just going to basically make the game run a lot more newer, like most other modern game titles out there. There'll still be other fixes that will have to happen within the actual gameplay of CSGO, for example, the matchmaking part of competitive, but Source 2 will update the game to be new enough where it's actually able to compete with other modern titles. Now, going into my opinion of whether a new CSGO will come out or not, it's really hard to choose a definite side. Originally, I was thinking CSGO might actually release a new update, going off the idea that because they've never released Source 2 or they've been delaying it so much, maybe Valve is just putting all of their time into making a new CSGO versus taking double the time to update CSGO currently and then make a new one. But as I thought about this a little further, it doesn't seem right that they would do that, considering it would completely destroy the current market, and the current CSGO community market is making them millions of dollars every day. If they completely destroy this, Valve is going to have to build up a completely new community market and also have to deal with all of the collectors and people who have spent money in skins, which now have completely lost all of their value. And yes, if CSGO does release a new game, it means that the old game, the game that we're currently playing right now and all of the items in it, will lose all of their value. Overall, my main guess right now is that Valve sometime soon, maybe in the next couple of months, will release Source 2 for CSGO. They have to do it sometime soon if they want to keep up competition with newer modern game titles like Valorant, like I was saying before. But yeah, that's basically what I have to say on this. I wanted to give you guys some evidence on why I say this, but also evidence of what's happening currently. And yeah. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope I was able to give you guys some information. Again, it's really hard to predict exactly what's going to happen, especially since Valve has not released any dates or confirmed any information about what's going to happen to CSGO in the future. But it's always cool to go around and do a little bit of research and see what might happen based on evidence and things that have happened in the past. But anyway, guys, if you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe if you're new. And yeah, that's basically it. And I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace.